Hey guys, today I want to talk about MCPs. Also, this video is sponsored by Storm MCP. Let's imagine that you have a bunch of GitHub issues in a repository and you want to create a backlog COFs so you can assign them and follow up the status of them using artificial intelligence. I was able to map them and move them to a Notion database. So here I'm able to map them, COFs, check their statuses, see the summary and the URL so I can keep track of the items more easily. I was able to integrate those tools using a Storm MCP. Storm MCP, it's an enterprise-grade MCP gateway. Whispers. You can see it as a central application where you can configure different tools and MCP servers to make them work together. Why Storm MCP is a good option? We have enterprise security. It's so easy to deploy and use. I'm going to show you that in a few seconds. We have universal compatibility. We have different ways to access the integration. You may want to try website. You just have to look for this button here, Get Started. So you click on that, and you're going to see this beautiful dashboard. In the left menu, I have different options. I have apps, I have gateways, I have observability, I have logging, and I have information, right? In our case, we want to start trying apps. In my case, I need to use GitHub and also Notion. However, let's imagine that you want to use Microsoft Graph. So you just have to click on Connect and provide the information that they need. For instance, Atlassian for Jira. You click on Connect and you have the possibility of connecting using an API key or Atlassian O authentication. As you can see in my case, I already have GitHub configured and also Notion. As you can see, here is the connected label. So it is set up for me already. It is time to configure the gateway. So here in the dashboard, you just have to click on the left menu option Gateways. Okay, click on that, and then you can create a new gateway using this particular button. And your MCP client, and you're good to go. So let me quickly show you how to use Storm MCP. It's super simple. First, log in or sign up the page. First, I need to select an app from this list. There are different apps here for different domains, but since I'm a developer, I'll go with the GitHub MCP server. When I click on Connect, it asks for my GitHub API key. To get that, I'll simply generate a personal access token from GitHub. Just go to Settings, then Developer Settings, then select Personal Access Tokens. Now add a note here, set the expiration time. Choose the scopes you need, and finally generate the token. Now, I'll copy that token, paste it here, and connect the app. Next, I'll head over to the Gateway section and create a new gateway. I'll give it a name, select the GitHub app, and hit Next. Here I can see a list of functions. I can either select specific ones or just select all. For now, I'll select all and create the gateway. Now it's time to integrate this with an MCP client. I'm using Claude Desktop, but you can also integrate it with Cursor or Claude Code. I get 3 options here. Then you're on Claude's paid plan. You can directly integrate using connectors. That's pretty simple too. But since I'm on the free plan, I'll choose the first option. I'll copy this config code and paste it inside my Claude Desktop config file. After saving the file and force restarting Claude, I can now see my API. Simple. That's simple to use Storm MCP. You can also use this, and also I add the link in description. Okay guys, thanks, goodbye.